Last time, when we stopped talking about Christianity, we talked about how Christianity was the major religion of the Roman Empire and how the religion has spread throughout the entire Roman Empire. And eventually, by the time we get to the 1200s in Europe, which is all right here, the area I'm circling, that entire area will be converted into Christianity being the majority religion. Now, there is a split in Christianity. So, Christianity does have a big split in 1054, in which the western half of Europe and the eastern half of Europe split into two different groups, with you having the Western Christians over here called the Catholics, and the eastern half over here being called the Orthodox Christians. Okay, so there is a split in Christianity between the groups. They're still both considered Christians because there's not that big a divide enough between themselves that they are going to call themselves something other than Christians. So they're still both Christians. They just have their views on religion in both areas. Now, in the Roman Catholic side over here in the West, there are then some more divisions further on in the future. You have the Lutherans break away over here in kind of northern Germany in this area. You have the Lutheran Church break away. And then over here in Europe, you have something called the Church of England, which is established, which is the Protestant religion. Most people that live in the United States are part of the Protestant branch of the religion of Christianity, since Britain is the main colonizer of the United States. Therefore, most of the religious branches that people are in the United States are based off the Protestant religion, which is from the Church of England. If your family is more based in like Spain or France or Italy or Poland, for example, if your family is kind of more based in those areas, you're going to be more from the Catholic side rather than the Protestant side. All right. There's a couple main areas for Christians. Jerusalem's one of the major cities for Christians, as is the city of Rome. Constantinople for the Eastern Orthodox religion. Alexandria was a major Christian center until kind of Islam took over an area. Antioch was also seen as a major Christian area as well. We'll talk more about Antioch actually in the future. But those kind of areas are all kind of major areas for the Christian religion. Go ahead and make a bullet and write down the word beliefs. So bullet beliefs. So bullet beliefs. First belief, number one, there is one God, creator of all things. That's number one. So number one, there is one God, creator of all things. So that's the first of the major beliefs for the Christian religion, that there is one God and one God only, and he is the creator of all things. Two, Jesus is the Son of God. This gets a bit confusing. I talked about in the Catholic religion before about how God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit are all the exact same person. That's called the Holy Trinity. So they're all exactly the same person. It's just that you have God, and then you have Jesus, which is God in physical form. Then you have the Holy Spirit, which is then Jesus kind of reborn, but still God. Anyway, so that's called the Holy Trinity, and that's that's a Catholic viewpoint. In some of the other denomination Christianity, it's all kind of different. I just kind of talk about the Catholic point of view because that's the one I am the most familiar with. Okay, so two, Jesus Christ is the Son of God. So in some versions of Christianity, some of the denominations, Jesus isn't God, but he's like a prophet of God. I guess best way to put it. I don't know how else to explain it. Okay. Three, the teachings of Jesus are to be followed. So three, the teachings of Jesus are to be followed. And then in the Christian religion, upon your death, you then go to the gates of heaven, and then you get like judged, and then you either go on through the gates of heaven or you don't. Bullet founder. Founder of the Christian religion is going to be Jesus. So bullet founder, and then 1, Jesus Christ. So he is the founder of the religion of Christianity. Let's go over our founders from the other religions while I'm thinking about it. Hinduism founder. There is no particular founder of Hinduism. So founder of Hinduism, no one. Founder of Buddhism is the Buddha, Siddhartha. So the Buddha, founder of Buddhism. Real name was Siddhartha. Founder of Judaism, Abraham. Founder of Christianity, Jesus. And then founder of Islam is Muhammad. All right, so we had bullet founder, 1 Jesus. All right, next bullet, holy book. Next bullet, holy book. And then 1 Bible. So bullet, holy book, and then 1 Bible. So the Bible is the holy book for the Christian religion. It's made up of 2 parts, the Old Testament and New Testament. Old Testament is the Torah. So Old Testament is the first 5 books of the Bible. The Torah, and which is Judaism, holy book, sacred text. And then the New Testament is from the teachings of Jesus in the Bible. Next bullets, place of worship, 1 church. Bullet, place of worship, 1 church. All right, church. You can see there in the picture, that's a picture of a standard church design. A standard church design, you have your base structure of the building, and then you have a triangular roof. So see how this comes to a triangular point right here? So you have a triangular point, and then that triangular point to that roof continues all the way to the back. So you just kind of go straight up and down, triangular point in the back, and then it goes all the way to the back. That's a standard church design. Generally as well, for a standard church design, you also have a steeple. This is called a steeple right there. So that tower right there, that's called a steeple. So you have a tower, has a steeple, and on top of that steeple, you have a cross. So that's a standard church design, triangular roof and steeple on top, and steeple with a cross on top. So that's a standard church design. You'll see a lot of those come around, even around Central. We have a couple standard church designs come around us on it's kind of on 7th and a little bit north of 7th. Leadership for the Christian branch. In the Catholic religion, the Pope. So the Catholic Christians, Pope is at the very top. You also have like father, minister, priest, cardinal, and so forth. So a lot of different groups, a lot of different names for someone who would be in charge of a Christian church or a particular group. New bullet. Whoops. All right, new bullets. We're going to write down Holy City and then 1 Jerusalem. So bullet, Holy City, and then 1 Jerusalem. So we did talk about some of the important Christian centers. Jerusalem is obviously super important for Christians, as where Jesus was crucified at and where he resurrects at. And for Jerusalem, in the picture here, this is a church right here. So you kind of see these 2 double domes right there. So dome there with the cross on top. That is a church that was constructed in the 300s in Jerusalem. The church here is called the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. What that means is holy burial place. This church is built at where the Christians who lived in Jerusalem thought Jesus's body was buried at before he resurrected. Now, there is a bit of debate that this is the wrong location. All right. So obviously this wasn't built in the year, 30 or 40, when Jesus was crucified. Instead, it's built, hundreds of years later. So there's a bit of debate if this church right here, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, is built on the correct spot. There is a place down in the basement where they said that Jesus's body was at. But you had the Church of the Holy Sepulchre here. So as I said, there's some debate if this is correct or it's another place that's like over here called the Garden Tomb. So there's a bit of debate if that is the right location. So you have the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. that may be the right location, or the Garden Tomb, which is over there. So as I said, there's a bit of debate about which one is the actual correct location of Jesus' burial site and resurrection site. But that's kind of where the debate is at. But that's the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. And as I said, the belief is that it is built at where Jesus was buried at before his resurrection. And this is the most important church. Well, one of the most important churches in the city of Jerusalem with the double domes. All right, let's go ahead and stop there.